So I mentioned I was going to do a different video on change control. Change control is extremely important in project management. Projects tend to take on a life of their own, especially IT projects. People will be working on something and go, "Ooh, it'd be really neat if we did this." And it needs to be documented that doing this, that really cool thing, will make the project longer, more expensive, and change the scope of the project. And so you need to get approval for that. If everybody just adds these cool things on without getting approval and in controlling for it, you're going to end up with a project over budget, late, and not meeting the scope. Because if you do the cool thing, you're not going to do the uncool thing because you're going to run out of time, which is what always happens. It's really hard to try and get designers and programmers to not do the cool things and work on the not cool things. Even though the not cool things is really what they were supposed to be doing for the project, but these cool things just pop up and they really should be working on them. Of course they think they are. And maybe you might too, but you need to do the change scope. And the customers, the person who's the sponsor, they're always trying to change the scope of the project. They always think, "Oh, well, we got this project, we got this pile of money, let's do something else with it." You need to have some way of controlling for that and getting signature. This is one where CYA is really important. Now, the book talks about having a change control board. And this is even more CYA. You don't even need to be responsible for making decisions about it. And so what happens is someone makes a proposal for a change, there's a whole documentation trail, and then it goes to control board and they discuss the pros and cons and the impact on the time, the budget, etc. And then they okay it and they stamp it and they sign off on it. The control board is a big CYA. Again, in large organizations, large projects, a control board is a really good idea. On medium-sized project, it may be more of a headache because there's time lag between changes and when they can be implemented in an effective, cost-effective manner. If someone proposes a change and by the time it gets through all the paperwork and gets to you and then you're back past that phase in the project, it's going to cost more and a bigger impact on the project timeline and constraints than if it was done quickly. So control boards can be a bit of a problem on smaller and medium-sized projects unless you have quick turnaround time.